Hi Aquarius, my name is Luciani. I'll be doing your general tarot reading for the month of April 2019 as well as a love forecast. Thank you guys so much for coming to the channel. If you haven't done so already, please click the subscribe button. And if you're new here, welcome. This is a healing space. Welcome. Um, and also, if you are returning, welcome back. So let's get right into it, guys. This is for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, as well as Mars. And if you don't know the information, I have a link below. It is called Cafe Astrology. That will give you your planet placements, and you will be able to know what your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, and Mars, as well as other information and your um, anything in terms of aspects, your symmetry. There's a lot of information pertaining to that, okay? So we have some spirits that came out, some messages already coming out for you guys. So this is pretty cool. I love that when things occur in this natural state. So, Spirit guides, what are Aquarius's two more messages for April 2019? One more messages for Aquarius's. No, that's too many. All right. Well, there we go. You know, when Spirit talks, it talks. At the very bottom of the deck, we have Justice in the reverse. You might be speaking to a Libra or someone, and then we have the High Priestess in the reverse, and then the Three of Wands. So there's this energy of injustices being right. You're seeing through intuition, through high intuitive states, that something is not right. Something's not balanced. Something isn't corrected, and you're seeing that there's this introspection that needs to be had within self or within the situation that is being made. There's also advice being brought to you through intuition that you're finding something out that's very deceptive, that's causing this imbalance, that you're looking to find this higher state of calling, this higher path in life. I love it. I love it. I love it. It really tells me that you guys are really aligned with your higher calling. So let's get right into it, guys. I love the Page of Swords being your point of reference for the month of April. It tells me that you guys are really not only intuitive, but it's this discernment here. You guys are very discerning. You're using your logical mind. You're understanding the consequences for your actions in terms of what you're saying out your mouth. Um, it's this very clear depiction on what is being said here. You guys are also yearning this information. You're also yearning this clarity in your life. With the Five of Wands here in the reverse in your time sector, there's this thing where you want clarity again. You want compromises to be made. You want things to be resolved. Things that have been in the midst of, conflict and confusion, as well as this thing where, you don't know what's going on. There's this It's just this constant conflict, this battle of ego, this whatever the case is, this childlike behavior. With the Emperor in the reverse in the very center of the reading, there's this emotional immaturity. Someone, again, it's just this balancing of energies where you want to be able to kind of get that aligned, right? Um, with this Five of Cups in the reverse, you're looking at your opportunities more than the defeats now. There's been a time in your life previously where you saw only the defeats, only the things that felt like were challenges, the things that we feel like that are pessimistic. But in regard, there's no judgment. Keep in mind, when things hit hard, they hit hard, and there's a season for everything. And I feel like you had a season beforehand where it was something hit you really hard, where you had to really reflect on the bitterness, the misery that it gave you, right? And now throughout time, you're starting to realize like the compromises that can be inoculated. Also, for some of my Aquariuses, this is energy where you're starting to put down the bitterness, the misery that this energy was. This clarity has been established of the situation. And now you can kind of come into this light where things are more compromised and agreements can be made, because now in the throughout the month, victory is made. I love it. You guys are really looking at true victory here throughout the hard, the hard battles in life. Like, you guys are having a lot of victories that are coming your way. I love it. Some of my Aquariuses are really reflecting or thinking or feeling, rather, feeling like there's a lot of financial ups and downs, challenges, where it's like, you're good one day, but then the next day it's like, oh, like what's going on with my finances? But I feel like throughout time, with this this Knight of Swords here in the reverse, there's this battle. I feel like there's a battle. And with the Page of Wands and then the Knight of Wands in reverse here, right next to each other, it's this discernment, right? This is discernment that has to be made in order to know what kind of battle you're going in, guys. This is a mental thing. With Swords energy, this is air energy. This is your energy. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. This is a Gemini energy right here with the Knight of Knight of Swords here in the reverse. So this is an energy where very much so. This is very it's very you have to be very clear on your discernment. Like, if you feel like something is coming up in your spirit, logically express that. This isn't the time to ignore that because you can't validate it through abscohos, or this isn't the time for that, guys. This is the time to feel through your logical mind how you truly feel. Okay, this is a time to know, like, whatever is stemming in your spirit to come about. Don't be afraid to properly use dialect and perception on this. This is very, very key to express that energy here. Okay. um Yeah, you guys have a lot of options with the spirit guides here with the Seven of Cups, Pisces energy. You guys could be talking to Pisces, but regards to that, this is energy where you guys are very much so looking at your options. Some of you guys are in fantasy mode. Um, you're ignoring your discernment. Okay, you're not seeing the situation in a very clear picture. It's very, very imperative to see this in a very willful way, in a very, hmm, let's say, I would say willful. I'll keep that word, that terminology here. Very willful, because with the Seven of Cups here, it's just something that's still kind of foggy, that Neptune energy, that fogginess of something isn't right, right? Something isn't right, but I can't put my finger on it, but I'm not going to entertain it. It's like your gut is talking to you, but you aren't really, because you can't really logically express it or logically um, have evidence for it. You believe that you're wrong. And to be honest with you, Aquarius, that's not the case here. Like, your discernment is extremely powerful here. It's like screaming at you guys, okay? So don't ignore that thing in you that is really calling for attention. Um, because it's very powerful here. How you were, what you subconsciously could be reflecting was is the Ten of Cups here in the reverse. Some kind of betrayal happened. Somebody really wronged you, and you're subconsciously, I feel like, are holding that back, right? You don't want no one knowing that someone betrayed you, right? Because you're feeling like, oh God, if someone knows that, or if anyone knows that, even if I bring it to their attention, even, it's going to be financially not fortifying, but won't be fortifying for me, for you. It will hit you financially. But this tower moment here in the change sector, um, guys, throughout April, this is kind of the inevitable. Even I feel like you guys are ignoring your discernment. You guys know what it is, but you aren't really expressing it. Whatever the case may be, it could be finances, it could be mental shit because of the swords energy here. It could be relationship oriented with the cups um, in this position. But for the most part, it could even be passions that you really want to be established and have victorious feats with. You guys are, there's something here that you're ignoring, and it makes sense because with the Emperor card here in the reverse, there's this lack of discernment, okay? Don't ignore your discernment. I know that you know with this Page of Swords. You know, but you're ignoring it because there's this influx of options that you know that you have. And because of these options that you have, you are ignoring the reality of the situation with these cups here. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, y'all. Don't ignore the situation. This need with the Emperor in the reverse, this is like a call for help. This needs your attention. This needs your reality. This needs your alchemy. This needs your full attention to really be present because there's very much so victories here. Like absolutely. There's a lot of victories that can be established in April, but you can't not ignore it. You have to be brave enough. And I'm not saying my babies, but I'm sorry, you guys, I'm not calling you my babies, but like I have Aquarius in my chart and shit, but like you can't ignore the things that you are discerning, okay? It's very evident that a tower moment has to be established here. Something has to completely be chaotic. Again, with chaos, I love chaos because, I have Venus in Scorpio. So I guess I'm just very immune to it. But for the most part, with this energy, this is all about drastically changing. Things are just changing. tr- it's like a catastrophe, right? But it's for your higher good. It's for the very much so the lesson that has to be established for you to kind of undergo this thing where everything kind of moves forward, and no one likes this energy. You know what I mean? No one likes it because it's the inevitable. It's the thing where, you keep ignoring your discernment. A tower moment, spirit comes in and actually changes this for you anyway. So it is this energy where, you have to adhere to, or spirit is going to intervene because you're that powerful, which is beautiful, which is very much so beautiful. Spirit guides, please show me energy. Pray for these energies for me, please. All right. We got that. Okay. So, yeah, guys, you're breaking free. There's this level of breaking free here. I love it. Like, you guys are staying in this cycle of clarity. You guys really, really, really want clarity. You can't break this cycle until you get clarity in a situation, which is beautiful. You guys know how uncomfortable you are right now. You guys could some of my Aquariuses are really uncomfortable because you need clarity in a situation. You need to be this perception here that has to be established. There's a message that's looking to come in that's being blocked. Okay. And with through the hangman, oh my God, like um there's this energy where you guys, you or your partner or whomever, there's this energy where you're suspending your life for a higher calling. You guys are very spiritual at this moment. You guys could be partnered up with Pisces energy, but for the most part, you guys are embodying this energy of suspending your life for a higher calling. Something very much so higher is calling you for these compromises to be established. I feel like I read this energy last month for y'all. So, which is very beautiful because, again, it's the reoccurrence of that energy if you haven't established that last month. It's just the reassurance of the energy. There's this battle between two things, and the two things are whether or not to stay in this bitter state or whether to move on and look at the positive aspects that are already in your life. Okay. And there's victory in establishing duality in your life with this Gemini energy. There's also a duality here with a partnership. You guys can be very victorious if this is a partnership, business partnership, if this is relationship oriented, if this is someone that you feel like completes you, whatever the case is, right? Within yourself or with another entity, this is energy that you are very victorious in establishing complete wholeness. Okay? Don't ever for a second believe that you aren't whole when you essentially are. Okay? There's this collaboration. This is your soul tribe with this Three of Pentacles here. I know that it's an arduous time, it could feel like, with finances being established, but keep in mind that you're creating inroads here. Okay, so there's no need to really put the full focus on, oh man, I don't got that Tesla, or I don't have this, and I don't have that materialistic accomplishments that I'm looking to strive for. That's not the case here. That's not your journey. The journey really is to find inroads to establish who your soul tribe is so that you guys can collectively connect in your industry, in your career sector, in your life purpose, right? To create whatever it is that needs to be established. I will clarify that because that's very important here. All right, we got three here or four. Yeah, you're breaking free. And look, oh my God, the Six of Wands come out again. You guys, it's time for action. Don't create bad mistakes with the full card here in a reverse. Don't create these, oh man, I didn't really make this mistake of um I didn't don't make the mistake of creating fucked up inroads with individuals, okay? Break free from anything that feels materialistic, I feel. You know what I mean? Some of you guys, if you're in relationships, you're really fearing to be alone for some reason. And that's the reason this is a fear here with the Nine of Swords. You're really fearing being alone on your own, being self sufficient, being established, being beautiful, being confident. And you are already that. So that let me clarify that really quickly. Yeah, it's time to take action, guys, on this energy. Some of my Aquariuses, don't be afraid to step out and shine, okay? There's nothing here that you cannot do. Find the energy behind the stripes that you feel like are being encompassed in your life. You guys absolutely can do it on your own. It's nothing that you can't do, okay? Um Again, there's this introspection here on the options that you have. You have a plethora of options in your spirit sector here. Your spiritual advice is letting you know how many freaking options you have. But it's time for you to know what option to take so that it can bring that abundance and richness and prosperity and fortune into your life. Okay. The betrayal you found out. I feel like subconsciously you found out some shit that you didn't really want to know, but you found out and it was left being separated for somebody that you felt like was truly your emotional fulfillment. Some of you guys intuition is on 100,000 trillion, and because of that you start to realize the people in your soul tribe, your family orientation, your what have you, you start to realize that they don't mean the best for you, and it does hurt, and you starting to subconsciously see that. With the justice here in the reverse, this tower moment, this sudden change in life, it do feel like an injustice. It's like, damn, man, I know who the fuck I am. Do you know who I am, spirit? Why do I have to go through this tower moment? But keep in mind, Aquarius, this tower moment is meant for the betterment for you. Okay? Don't forget that tower moments are meant for the, oh my God, they're the best lessons in life. Okay, they're the of course they're the arduous times, right? Because they're change, they're change. However, it do feel like there's karma being played out here, whether it's good or whether it's bad, whatever the case is. You guys are playing out whatever karmic situations that could have been established beforehand, subconsciously or consciously, that that are being played out here. Others of you, this is just energy where something traumatic happens and you're just like, why the fuck did this happen to me? This hurts. I don't know what to do. This is extremely unfair. And I don't want you guys to have this energy where later on in April where you feel like you're stuck, you're mentally stuck in this immature state, this state of not wanting to grow up type of energy because of what has dramatically happened to you. Okay? It's time for you guys to know who the fuck you are. You have a lot of opportunities here for you in your spirit advice. There's a lot of opportunities here, but I do feel like some of my Aquariuses need to introspect on the things that you have, the options that you have. Start to daydream about the life that you would like to establish. Okay? This is the time, um, this is the time for you to really, okay, so you got four, okay. This is the time for you guys to really establish what options that you are willing to go ahead on and pursue. Okay. So the first card we have out is Empowerment Sunstar, or sorry, my friend Sunstar, Sunstone. We have Flexibility, love it. We have, oh yeah, 5, Purification, love it. We have Letting Go, letting go. And we have self love. Yes. Guys, I love, 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 love this energy. It's so healing. You guys, you're in this stage of self love. Self love and empowerment goes hand in hand. This is cosmic energy. This is solar plexus energy. This is all about knowing thyself, knowing who you are. This is just a pure love for self, okay? Don't ever, ever, ever wrap yourself around an entity, an individual outside of self to determine who you naturally are, okay? You guys have the keys. It's super apparent here in this reading. Flexibility, I feel like for some Aquariuses, it's time to don't be narrow minded about what's occurring in your life, wherever what it could be. Okay, this is time for being a little bit more flexible. Okay, don't be afraid to go out on your own and get it how you live it. Okay, this is energy where don't be afraid. Be courageous. Be having a high tenacity. Being perceptive. Having great dialect of self. Because taking action oriented approaches after taking reflection approaches also. Okay, this is a time to be reflective so that you're able to be flexible around anything that you feel that is stifling you. Okay. Um, I was looking at this girl on Twitter and she was talking about Aquarius's, I guess, so-called weaknesses. I hate the term weakness because it's super not applicable and nothing. I don't, the etymology behind it, I just don't agree with. But long story short is a lot of Aquariuses had a lot of backlash for her because she was really speaking on the fact that Aquariuses are fixed signs, right? Accompanied with Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio, fixed sign energies. It's very hard to come out of your ideals that you set forth for yourself. And it is time to come out of that. The only thing in life that is very constant is change, guys. It's time to kind of come outside of your paradigms of way you think and start to think of new ways of thinking so that you can break free. Because at the very, very middle of this reading is the Eight of Swords. This Eight of Swords is all about self affliction, um, someone who holds their self back because of their inability to see their true self, their true entity, okay? It's very imperative to not let that can in itself be toxic. And because of that, it's time to purify that. Okay? It's time to truly purify that and let it the fuck go. It no longer serves y'all. Okay? I'm sorry if you guys, I don't want you to feel like this is an attack or any regard. This is coming out of love. I'm attacking myself because I got Aquarius all up and down my chart. So, so just really be mindful of that. Okay. So we got, yeah, guys, it's time to conceive some new options here. We got conception. Okay. So we have the frequency of conception invites us to bring our consciousness to our origin, the place where everything in creation begins. It helps us to remember the infinite potential and possibilities of this space and what we can manifest through our own focus, awareness, and intention. I don't know how better to say that. You guys, it's very important. Oh my God. And divine masculine, love it. The frequency of divine masculine supports our strong, focused, and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. Guys, it is time. It is time to really be divine. Okay? It's time to be divine. It's time to know that you guys, through intention, through belief systems, through your entity, that you know that you have this true identity, your being, not even identity, but your actual entity, your being is willing to shine here, okay? Spirit guys, what is one more messages for love? I'm gonna pull love energy here. Okay, you guys got 4. The first sign that has 4 in this reading. The first one is separation. This time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. We have getting to know each other as you reveal your innermost selves to each other. Your bond deepens. And we have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work for your love life. I feel like, guys, you guys are separating for something, and it's victorious. Okay? It's a victorious battle separating for something. It felt like you were caged by this person. You found out the bullshit that was a betrayal, okay? But at the same time, it was a big, huge change that was an injustice. It didn't feel good. It didn't feel good. But you start to realize your many options, okay? And you start to see how attractive you are, how beautiful you are. You get to know somebody. You start to see through your options, through really introspecting whom you want to choose. That you get to know them. And then boom, through divine timing, this is the motherfucker, excuse my language, that this is the person that you really finally are believing that is divine for you, okay? Whether it's a business, I feel like this is business relationships, okay? Um, this is energy where this is, I believe, you guys are meeting your, when divine masculine, I feel like that's, again, this is gender neutral. You guys find your completeness. I'm not saying that you guys are complete on your own, but you find your completeness, whether it's you on your own with this higher calling that's striving for you, or this is energy where you find someone and getting to know them, and through divinity, through letting go, through going through this purification stage, through going through this flexibility, knowing how to let certain things go, through empowering yourself, through loving yourself. You get to this information stage where just out of nowhere, through divinity, through divine timing, that, oh my God, this gorgeous person, this gorgeous being shows up. And this is like the alchemist energy, right? I love this book. Through the alchemist energy, where boom, they show up, and you just, it just happens through you creating alchemy for yourself. Okay? You're willing to come out of this rut with it. Okay, you got 3. All right, so I'm not going to take all of those. I'm going to take one more of them. I feel like Spirit is asking for one more. For Aquarius, please send me one more message for Aquarius Spirit. That's too many. Thank you. All right, you guys got 5. I'm going to keep them, okay? So the first one we have, hope is the conduit, a conduit for miracles. We have, I find a deeper meaning in personal growth amid the discomfort. I am the loving energy of the universe. I choose love no matter what. And thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perception so that I can see what is the highest good. Guys, oh my God. Single, relationship, couple, dating. It is time for you guys to expand out of the discomfort of life. It's time for you to choose love no matter what. You got to know that you are the energy, you are the loving energy of the universe. I know this discomforting. If this is financial shit going on and you feel like that push that you feel like could be very victorious, but it's like all of these different defeats that could be possibly happening, stay strong. Stay strong because there's a lot of victories here, y'all. A lot. Okay? It's through divine timing. It's calling for you to be patient. It's calling you at this particular time in April. You got to focus on purifying yourself, being a little bit more expansive. The reason why these victories could not be coming in is because you need to let go of narrow mindedness. It's time for you to be a little bit more flexible. It's time for you to, and that alone could be toxic energy within self. And it's time for you to purify that and have a loving, self love, empowered, beautiful energy because it ain't nothing you can do that, I mean, you guys have the keys. Don't block it, okay? Very much so hoping, having that faith is the conduit of miracles to be established here, okay? So that was beautiful. I love, love, love the energy. Thank you guys so much for coming to this channel. I love you guys. You are amazing. I love you. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.